Greetings, everybody, from Cheverly, Maryland, just outside of Washington, D.C. So sorry that I can't be with you today, but I really appreciate the opportunity to just say a few words about what we're doing at USA Rice. Hope you have a great meeting. So we've never actually closed down. What we did was ask everybody to work from home. Our office is still open and folks are still going in, obviously spaced out, but we're still trying to be as productive as we can given the pandemic, and we know you guys are in the same boat as well. So what I really wanted to say was to thank you in Louisiana for all your support of USA Rice. So we couldn't do the things that we do without your support, both from the farmers, from the millers, from the merchants in Louisiana. It's really tremendous, and you have some great volunteer leaders that work on your behalf at your national organization, which is USA Rice. And just this past 2 weeks ago, we had our annual meeting virtually. Usually we're in Dallas, but we did it via Zoom. And at that meeting, we elected a new chairman who starts his term August 1st, 2020, and it's a 2-year term. And that chairman is Bobby Hanks from Supreme Rice Mill. So Louisiana will be well represented. You have great leaders in other committees and boards. So we thank you for that. Thank you for your volunteer leadership. So just to let you know, we, again, haven't really stopped working. We've been doing a lot of things virtually, both in the international markets where we are promoting rice, but also in the domestic program. And as you know, there's been an uptick in rice sales through retail during this pandemic. And we're trying to capitalize on that and continue to promote U.S. grown rice to American consumers. They've really gone to it in this pandemic. I think they've found that it's a great staple product to have in their shelves. So we're hoping to launch a new program to capitalize on that in the next few months. So you'll hear more about that soon. And again, on the international side, we continue to promote your rice everywhere in the world. We've had to shift a little bit. We don't do trade shows right now. We don't do in-store promotions, but we do a lot of social media and virtual activities. I think on the communication side, hopefully you get the daily. We just launched a podcast just last week. Hopefully you saw that, and hopefully you'll listen to it. I think you'll find it really, really interesting. So we'll be announcing each podcast when it comes out. So hopefully you'll listen to those wherever you are, and that's really why we're doing it. And it's all about the rice industry and what we're doing in all facets of the work that we do. The other thing that we've been really focused on, obviously, is keeping you informed about what's going on with relief efforts with COVID-19, restrictions and requirements for continuing to operate. So we have on our website a link to all the resources that the U.S. government has put out, state resources. We keep that updated every day. So I really hope you'll go there and look at that and let us know if you think something should be added or we should be communicating more to you about what's happening. So in closing, we're here, we're working. We love working for you guys. We know you're right in the middle of harvest and really hoping for a safe and wonderful crop this year. So I'll close and say thanks again for your support. Thank you for all you do for USA Rice and all your volunteer leadership. And I'm going to turn it over now to Kane Webb, who is our field services man in Louisiana. You all know Kane, and he works really hard on your behalf as well. So I'm going to turn it over to Kane and say goodbye for now, and look forward to seeing you all soon in person. Thanks again. Kane?
Thank you, Betsy. Usually at this field day, I would spend some time with you guys and talk about some of the current events and activities going on around the state. As everyone knows, those things are not really possible these days. But I do want to remind you that coming up in September, it is National Rice Month. So we will be planning to do some events and some things around the state, in the southern parishes, as well as up here in northeast Louisiana. We'll keep you posted on that as to what we confirm on our plans, and that way you can join us and we can celebrate National Rice Month in September. As most of you know too, the crop looks really good around the state this year. Harvest has begun in the southern parishes and initial yields are positive. And guys are, pretty optimistic about the yield that we're getting right now, and hopefully that carries through and it's gotten us off to a good start. One of the last things I want to mention to you is you may recall that the Louisiana Rice Growers Association Board about a year ago planned to change over into a more digital age with their directory and membership logs, and those things are now on the website. We had hoped to unveil them at the LSU Rice Field Day in front of a crowd, but since those things can't happen, the board went ahead and decided to go ahead and release that information. Go to the website, www.larricegrowers.com, and go to the Create Login page. You'll receive an email back confirming that you're a member, so you can go in and set up your profile and change your password. Keep in mind we did this to keep your contact information away from the public. The public can go and view the website, see about Louisiana Rice, see more about our sponsors and their ads, but we wanted to keep your information private and not in the hands of the public. If you have any questions, please give me a call. I'll be glad to help, or contact your board members in Northeast Louisiana for the Louisiana Rice Growers Association, which are John Owen and Scott Franklin. I will now turn it over to Dr. Steve Linscomb to give you an update on the Rice Foundation and the leadership class. Once again, thank you for your support, and if you need anything, please don't hesitate to call.
Good morning. I'm Steve Linscomb with USA Rice, where I serve as director of the Rice Foundation. I'm here today on the LSU Ag Center Rice Research Station, where I worked for many years in the rice breeding program. I wanted to just briefly today talk to you about the activities of the Rice Foundation. The Rice Foundation has been very active. Within the past 12 months, the foundation has funded 4 research programs, one of which is under the direction of Dr. Adam Famoso, who is a current rice breeder here at the Rice Research Station. We also have a couple of projects funded in Texas and one funded in Arkansas that will bring very valuable information to the rice industry. In my position, I also serve as director of the Rice Leadership Program. Rice Leadership Program has been around for over 30 years now, have over 200 graduates. We have 3 great sponsors: an American Commodity Company, John Deere, and Rice Tech. Each year, through a very selective process, we put together a class of 7 people, typically 5 producers, 2 industry-related people, and they go through a very intense 2-year program that basically teaches them a lot about the U.S. rice industry. The classes are selected at the Outlook Conference each December. Last year's class, which was selected at the Outlook Conference in Little Rock, unfortunately have not been able to have any sessions. They should have gone through a session in March in Texas and Louisiana, and one in June in the Midwest, and in Arkansas, Mississippi. What we have decided to do is kind of put the program on hold for a year. So we will not select a class this coming December, and hopefully the class that was selected last December will have, beginning next year, a normal program. Recent graduate of the program is Scott Franklin, who I think you all know very well, and Mr. Jason Waller is in the current class that hopefully will start their program this coming March. Again, I hope everybody has a very good rice crop this year, and I hope to see you very soon.